Hey there! A couple of months ago I made a video on the best budget phone mount for your BMW, and that is pretty much it and this. And what it is, these are just magnetic clips that stick on using a double-sided tape to any body panel in your car, and then as long as you have a magnet in the back of your phone, you can clip it and be fine. When I was reading the comments from that video, someone had posted about this mount that attaches to the bolts behind the climate unit of your BMW. And after doing some research, I found out that this is indeed this Rennline clip. And if you are looking for sort of the most OEM look, I think this might be it. It is a bit on the pricey side for the mounts and the magnets. I think it's about $60 shipped. But I think you get a lot for your money. So today we're gonna install this bad boy and see how I like it and how you like it.
This is gonna be a bit more of an involved install because what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to remove this carbon fiber piece, remove the bottom piece as well as the radio and climate panel. But luckily I've been watching enough of Brian over at Keys Motorsports videos, and he's done a lot of these dash removals. So I should have no issues. Now, I've never tried this before, so if you are like me, this is your real world experience. First thing you have to do is I suggest you get these trim removal tools. I got these on Amazon. I can actually link them in the description. But you want to use them because you don't want to scratch your precious carbon fiber or whatever trim that you might have. And then, so what Brian does is he says the two clips that are here are probably the most hardest to remove. So let's see if we can go ahead and yep. Okay. So you take this tool, you go under and you pry sideways and the clip should come out. And then what Brian does is he says he uses his hands to just simply pull, and these clips should let go. And just like that, we did it. Now the hazard button, it's easier if you sort of push it out, but in our case we can just leave it out like this. Let's just see if we can rest it somehow like that. Okay, so disconnecting this one cable allows you to just rest it on top of your dash. You don't have to worry about putting it in a safe place. I actually almost forgot. We should probably remove this guy. Next is, we're going to put the car in second gear.
Move the lever away from you. We're going to put this microfiber towel here, and we're going to remove this bottom section. This bottom section is actually quite simple. All you have to do is just pry your fingers.
Maybe put the little tool over here. See, just like that. You put the tool in, it goes in, and the clips fall out. The beauty of it is we don't have to remove it because the two bolts that we need to get to are these, or either this and that. The size of these bolts are T20. So if you are looking for the tools, I'm going to link these in the description as well. So all you have to do is just undo these two T20 bolts. And now we're going to unpack the Rennline mount. So we lift the radio unit out, slide this guy under. It should fit right in. There we go. Now, before I put it in and bolt everything back, let me just open up this box to see if once I put everything back together, if I can still put on the front. And the front looks like this. So you've got your magnetic mounts for the back of your phone. You've got the main head, which is this, that attaches here. And this metal head attaches to this piece. So from what I'm seeing, it's actually going to be a lot easier for me to do it, to install this little head onto here with it being in my hand. Actually, this is what I did. This little ball here has two flat spots, so as long as you put some sort of a tool on it and tighten it, it'll semi-flatten the washer in the back, and you know it's tight. So now that it's nice and tight, we can simply lift up the radio, push the clip back in, push it back in place, and screw it back into place. It looks very solid actually. And in case you're wondering, this metal piece is not touching the plastic, so there should not be any rattles. Next, this ball goes on top, and it goes on top, so you loosen up the backing, you put it on, and then you tighten the backing. That essentially squeezes the ball. Okay, so but before we test it, let's put everything back in place. So slide the bottom underneath, put the dash back in, but remember we have to put back that clip that we removed. Okay, and then just simply push it all back in place. And the moment of truth. Let's see. This is nice and tight. Haha. I like it. So the magnet is very strong. It sits very tight. The beauty of it is you can tighten it in the back. So if you want to be able to swivel it, you can swivel it. But you can also
tighten it so it, see, it doesn't really swivel now. And you can adjust your angle and be fine with it. Look at this. This is great. But when I'm driving and I want to use GPS, if I'm not for some reason connected to my Apple Play, or if I just simply want to have a place to store my phone, this is it. I've got to say, this is a terrific solution. My solution that used to be here sat the phone slightly lower, and again, it's a great solution for a fraction of the cost. But if you want something that kind of looks OEM, I want to say this is probably the way to do it. So let me know what you think of this installation. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.